What's up, guys? So I decided to come to the Uintas. I don't do a lot of stuff in the Uintas, but I was looking through some old maps I had that I worked on years ago. Right through here there should be 3 camps. This little creek runs all the way up, clear up into there, and yeah, it's raining, so there is that. This creek runs all the way up this canyon, and there should be 2 camps on this side and a camp on this side, somewhere in this valley. I don't think they're going to be past the end of that opening, so it's about, I don't know, half a mile. It ain't bad. So I'm going to cruise through here and see if I can find anything. I did a bunch of metal detecting up through there. There's not even any flat spots, so I don't think it'd be up there, but there's potential here. And like I said, they're right along this creek, so either side of this creek bed should be pretty easy to figure it out. And I'm pretty sure I'm in the right spot because the creek is on the map. So, oh, look at that. There goes a hawk or an owl. I haven't been up to the Uintas for a long time, so I figured I'd come up here, and it decides to rain and snow and whatever, so that's why I don't go to the Uintas. Well, first hit. Looks like we're going to get to play with these today. Hot rocks, my favorite. Okay, people, first find of the day. We're on the other side of the creek now. There's the creek. That's where we were. Came up through here, all these rocks, and my wife found this. She's like, that looks kind of weird, that's all just growing weird in there in this little patch. She's got a good eye. So we came in here. Right here's the corner of it. And I got a hit and I dug down, and there's a ton of like charcoal. See that? Just burnt stuff everywhere. See that? So I dug down in here and we got that. That is one big nail, and what's weird about this nail is the corrosion, but it's the head of the nail that's I like. I don't know if you can see that very well. You see that? How it's got that deal in the center, like it was just one solid piece of round, and then they cut it and just pounded it into a flat end. So she's been in the ground for a while. How old, I don't know, but that's human people in this spot where I said there'd be human people, so we're off to the right start. Okay, so I thought I'd check that hole one time before I left. Found the one nail there, right here. I got another one, same thing. Got that goofy thing on the top. So 2 nails in one hole. I wonder what they were holding together. Okay guys, 2 nail hole right here. That is another nail, guarantee you. It's about the right length too, so. She's only 2 inches. Let's dig it. Let's see if we can just pop it up and then pinpoint it. Yep, there it is. Same kind. Okay, we got another hit. So over there we found the nails, and I did find another nail in that other hole. So 4 nails. Came and dug this hole. Got a weird hit. Pulled up that. I don't know if you can see that. Pulled up this thing right here, which is just a piece of metal, and then I pulled up this big piece. And if you look at this piece, you can see a rim on it. So that had to have been a can in here. And there's just little pieces of it all over in here. And it was about 6 inches down. So definitely something around here. We just got to get on something a little more substantial. Okay, not far from where we found the nails, not the nails, that little piece of can, it's like right in there. Right here, we found this big old chunk of metal. And at first, I thought that's a can, but it's got this weird, see how it's this weird molding in it? It almost looks like the top of a lantern. I am not sure what that is. But it is bent in half and smashed over, so just know that it's old. Well, I got a solid hit here, huge hit, and this freaked me out bad. Like, I thought for sure. See that? Thought for sure we found a knife or a sword blade, for sure. But I don't think it is. For one, it bends too easy. And then I found this piece and I thought, oh, that's one too, but it has this little thing on it, and I think they hook together right here. I think it's just an old barrel band. Thought we had a Spanish sword. Sorry. Okay, guys. We're walking through there, we were finding some stuff, but we came through here, dude, and there are just hits everywhere in here. See this? I'm going to bet most of this is nails. I think this was the cabin, and that square patch we saw was the pasture or the corral, I'm gonna guess, because there's just, the cabin burned down out here and dropped nails. This is it, and those nails we found over there could have been for the fence, I don't know, but it's just, look at this. I just found this. I think this is a piece of a ball peen hammer. My wife has a shovel, so we're gonna have to, let me see that shovel. Let's see what this is. I don't know what this is. Piece of pipe probably. I don't know. Yeah, it's a piece of pipe. That's brass, or copper since it's green. It's a copper fitting. I have no idea. So I'm gonna say that this is the structure, and it's not old enough to be the Spanish. Bummer. Okay, so we're finding weird stuff in here. Like, look at that bolt. We found the nut that goes to it, and I just found this plate. I wonder if this is an old logger camp. This is logging stuff, or if that's a track plate for, like, it's holes like beveled to be flush. So all this old wood was in there with it. I don't know if that looks like a handle or what, but I wonder if there's like a mine around here somewhere, and this is all like mining camp stuff, or if it was like an old logging camp. The plot thickens. Look, another plate. This one has screws in it though. And I found some of these screws next to that other plate. And the front of it was laying like this. The front of it was up in here. So the top's pretty clean. It doesn't really say anything. So, I don't know what we've got going on here. I don't know. Is it a pump house for water? I mean, I don't know. There's not a lot of trees cut down around here for a logging camp unless they were all through here and the stumps are all gone. Someone did a lot of work up here for something. Like, this wasn't a little structure. This thing had a purpose. So, I don't know what they were doing in here. It's a mystery.
It's in the thing.
Oh yeah, fits in there. Probably the other half of that thing laying in the ground somewhere. Got a strong hit finally. It wasn't a bolt or a nail. Check this out. I think this is a plate. See how it's got like the rim and then it's bent in half right here. There's the other side of it. I think this is a little plate, or it could be a hubcap off of like a cart. I don't know. I don't think it's big enough to be a hubcap. And it's green. And it came up with a really good signal, so I don't know if it's copper or what it is, but if you look right here, it's almost like it had a rim around it, and I think it's a plate or a bowl or something. I think this is all curved up. Pretty cool though. Found building site number 2. Other side of the creek, further up. Look at that big old chunk of cast iron. The thing came off of a stove, or I just think it was a stove. I don't think a pot would be that flat. Little door something in there. Again, right here, there's the creek. Right there, back in this crap again. Just cruising through here. Piece of stove. Okay, there's where we found the big thing of cast iron. Then we went in this hole. Found this. It looks like I don't see any holes over here unless the nails are in there. So it could be an old hinge or a handle. It's kind of bent like a handle for a door or drawer or something. I don't know. Definitely was a spot for a screw right there. So weird. This has got more like permanent type stuff. Not a lot of tools and nails, but more cast iron handles, things that like you need to stay out here for a long time. I wonder if that other one was just like a logging camp. Well guys, we were just getting ready to get out of here and I walked up in the woods, so stuff over there, stuff back over there. And I was just trying to see what was in the woods. I ran my detector over this fallen down log. You can see it's been here for a long time because it's all decayed out. Well, under that log and under a big root and into the dirt, like here's where that log sits. Down here, there's this huge piece of steel. Like, I don't know what this thing is, man, but I have been digging my tail off for that, and it bends, and it's like flat on this side, and it's only, you can see my finger under there. Wagon wheel? I don't know. There's my detector by my wife's feet, and if I pry on this thing, this thing has got to be huge. It's starting to rain, but I'm going to try and get this thing out of here. Yeah, we're going to be digging for a minute. This thing looks huge. Okay, still clearing away. There it is. Check this out. Another one. Laying on top of and in the center of this one. All right, I got one out. One solid piece of steel. Wagon wheel? All I know, I can wheel this one down in my truck, but this thing weighs a ton. I'm gonna bury that other one back up. I know where it is, so I can come back and get it, but holy crap. Whew. If you guys know what it is, let me know. But that is one stout steel ring. Stout. I'm rolling this back to the truck. I got that thing out of here at a quarter mile. She's big. She rounded on both ends. Piece of wood stuck to it. I don't know if that's from that old tree or what, but perfectly round. It's a wagon wheel, and it ain't no 1900s. That's old. So, you saw the tree that was on top of it, decomposed for like 200 years. The other one's in there. It's in there. And these trees. Around the bend. About a half mile. It'll be fine. That thing's going home. I gotta wash my hands. But we showed you most of the good stuff. We did find a bunch more nails. I still think that's the top of a lamp. Maybe the lid to a bucket or something. Kerosene can. Didn't find that. Never found one of these before. It's a bugs. What is that? 257 Winchester. Whatever. Never seen one of those. And oh, that knot to that big long bolt we found. So I did take some newer stuff out. And I think I got a pretty good map of at least where two of the buildings were. I wonder if the third building is connected to this and it's older. I don't know. Something is in here that's older, that's not on my map. Everything else dated to early 1900s, I would say. But that, no reason. Especially for two of them to be right on top of each other. Weird. That's just weird.